Whether you're an absolute beginner or experienced in the aquarist hobby, Hornwort, Ceratophyllum, is highly likely to factor into your freshwater fish landscapes at some point. Keep watching for the pros and cons of having it in your tank. First, let's talk the pros. Removes excess nutrients. At first glance, does this even sound like a good thing? Shouldn't we want an abundance of nutrients in our tanks? Well, the waste products of the fauna in your tank break down and become nutrients for your flora, namely nitrates and phosphates, which are things like algae-like. It turns out Hornwort loves to gobble up these compounds, which are harmful in large quantities to your fish and invertebrates too. So by having this plant, you're actually helping keep your tank in better order too. Water conditions are extremely important to have healthy fish and a healthy biome for all your species. Hornwort won't take away the need for weekly water changes and cleaning of the plant shedding debris, but it will mean your water is healthier overall. Algae in check. Remember how we mentioned Hornwort likes the same nutrients that algae love? Well, that means it competes for those very same nutrients in the same tank. It happens to take in those same nitrates and phosphates at a faster rate. Most green and blue-green algae like these compounds too. So the less there is of it to go around, the fewer algae you're likely to have to contend with. Hornwort even produces a substance that deters blue-green algae from proliferating. So the effects are twofold. Fish won't eat. Just like the Hornwort surfaces are ideal for tiny things to graze the biofilm off as a food supply, their sturdy structure also means your larger things in the tank are unlikely to eat the actual plant. Those fish who live to root around plants and substrate are unlikely to cause any damage to Hornwort as it floats imperiously above. And for folks who love cichlids, Hornwort is practically a godsend. Now let's talk about the cons. Not tidy. This isn't a tidy plant that will grow where you want it to, how you want it to. Its rapid growth rates and wild branch spreading might drive you nuts if you're looking to have an immaculate tank with plant shaping just so. It's been suggested that you might need to trim it almost daily to keep it under control to exact requirements in shape, which probably sounds like a lot of work. Cleaning. Did we mention you're going to need to do some tidying? The needle-like plant leaves will shed a lot and often. This means a lot of debris on the tank bottom that needs removal, or you risk water fouling. To make matters worse, the needles that break off can start up whole new plants. Be prepared to use a substrate suction vacuum to clean up the mess and keep this plant in check. Just because it can propagate wildly doesn't mean it should if you want a healthy tank. Be aware that handling the plant will also often result in needles breaking off, so take care as you work around it. For more info, visit our site today. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.